For now, is it fine? I guess after the meeting, just leave it in the town hall.
I would, yeah, so that was some of those looking.
And then this is the town of Shelburn implementation plan. I'm gonna, really quick check through this email because I don't remember, there's something that Aaron needs to sign, and there's something, I think you guys need to vote on the resolution that Aaron needs to sign this, does that sound right? Jay?
He's got to sign,
I've got the letter here, is signed. This is the resolution, we'll actually have to vote on it, check it in a second. And then this is, I marked for you, there's 2 places for you to sign, but I don't believe you have to vote, you just sign that. Do you want me to?
Talk to about these events, where we're spending more money and stuff.
no,
With appreciation and stuff,
no.
This is the resolution. Do you guys want me to read it? Do you want me to summarize it? Can we skip it? It's just naming Joel as our ADA compliant. What do you want to do?
That's it, can I see it?
Yeah. Maybe at 8:72 typed up and we just.
So is that the resolution in it? Okay, yeah.
The one she sent an email, I literally just printed it and, wrote in the resolution number on top.
My suggestion is just read the title of it, to me,
Okay.
it suffice.
Okay.
The button,
Hold on 1 second, I just want to check it out real quick.
So prior, Jay was.
What's the estimate to?
Well, it was Jay when Jay was the treasurer. When Jay left, we took Dustin to town manager, so it was
Yeah.
Dustin.
yeah.
Dustin was it until he left, and then I think temporarily, like, for like 30 days, I was just because we needed to sign papers and
Yeah.
like, nobody else. But I figured Joel, she asked who to put, I figured Joel, he's our foreman,
Yeah,
he's our, one that's been here longest, and that way, if any of us change, Joel's still here, so they don't have to go through it, like, when Joel changes, so.
to me, that sounds natural to
Yeah.
Joel would do because of his title, and he's a carryover, he's an employee, so, I mean, that's how I feel about what she's, what Melissa said, I mean, that's how I feel.
You got steel on the ground,
Well, and we could rotate out every 4 years, or Joel's, you know what I mean, like Joel's here.
Yeah.
no.
Hopefully you're not going anywhere. And then here's his letters he signed, if you guys want to review any of them.
What did we sign in line? What is it? Is
So
that-
these are letters that have to go out to, this one goes to the ADA program at NDOT, this A at Disability Community in Bloomington, and this one goes to Abigail at ICOIL, just Indiana Council on Independent. This one goes to Self Advocates in Indiana and Indy. This one goes to Self Advocates of Southern Indiana, and this one goes to the governor's office. So basically, it's telling them this is our goal of 2026 of trying to continue either A, keep our properties ADA compliant, or if they're not, upgrade them to ADA compliant. And then also review our 2025 accomplishments. So anything that we did to make it ADA compliant.
Okay.
So basically it's saying like, showing them, like, we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, and if we haven't been, this is our plans to continue, or,
So you've got Joel, and he signed off.
He signed all
Oh,
those.
shit.
Yeah.
That's-
So all we have
that's
to do
always
is,
good.
I'll make copies when they have the office, we'll mail them all out to all 8 people, and we should be good to go. And she said, I think that will be finalized in January, and you guys will actually go on, like, the final version of all of it.
All of them signed it.
Yeah, so that needs, Jason just had to write your first paragraph, and then, so this is, resolution 2025-12-29-01. Resolution designating the individual responsible for coordinating efforts of the town of Shelburne, Indiana, to comply with Title II and investigating complaints where the town has violated Title II with respect to the Americans with Disability Act of 1990. And then anyway, just vote to pass the resolution and sign it, and we'll just go.
Motion to approve.
I'll second the motion. All in favor? Yes, I do.
it should still be the same. $8,000, or, $6,825 for Jackson Shop to do, to structure compliant our trucks with, building lights. And then, if I can just, print this, contract out after the meeting and have it signed.
Jay, is that, I'm assuming sufficient, so they voted for a company, but he doesn't have his personal agreement was signed with company and versus company. Can we just use that same invoice agreement? We need to have a new agreement saying.
Because it's synonymous with the city.
Okay, so it's not,
Dead flag that, it's protection too.
that is the same people for one. So 6,725.
Yes,
So yeah, we just revote and then I'll just note in the minutes that they're the same, on that way. That way when they see a check cut for.
Exactly.
For every, they're not like, why is it?
It's almost like DBA.
So
Yes, yeah, I guess I could do that too, just.
Yeah.
make it as ask.
how do you want me to make that?
This
So,
is
Jackson
just-
Shop slash,
Yeah, that's fine.
Land Services.
That's fine.
I make a motion to approve, $6,825 to Jackson Shop for, command services, to do the lights on our two contracts.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
That's an idea. I do good things. Too often. And then, I got the fire contract for 2026. I did speak with the fire department. Their only question we had is we get 20,000 a year, then we've got the line item of 10. I usually run it all the way to the end of the year before I start buying stuff. But lucky for me, I spent $500 out of it, and the rest of the stuff hasn't been billed yet. So they asked if we could do a $30,000 contract payable. Go right here. It's still in the 4 quarters. It'll be 10,000 in January, 5,000 in April, 10,000 in July, 5,000 in October. Or I got the original contract for 2026. It would be the 20,000, 5,000. That was their question because I don't like to go through every last bit of my reserve money until the end of the year and then I end up either overspending or underspending that if it was all combined.
Here's what I do across the trip, easy if I was selling, what she said. If you got 10,000 line item, take that 10,000, transfer that 10 in the budget, put it in 20, original contract, or whatever the contract is, so you got a contract now for the year, and then split it up by quarter that way.
Well,
And then,
right
that
now,
way you can spend it, see, if you do it that way, then it takes it off from the door and her, and not having to count for that every month. You guys know, if you spend it on buying firecrackers, who gives a crap? But then it's in writing that way, you just take it out.
well, we only get to 20,000 now.
Okay.
And then we got 10,000 items, we pay 5,
We'll just put it into that contract that way, and we'll make it as a line, and then we'll check it, and we'll just have one line, because she's got fire protection. This one will go on fire protection.
Is that no?
Yeah, my only concern is the 10 grand that we did is from our edit, and I know Jay's like, no, I'm gonna lose it right now, that the state has passed, and we won't get edit after 2026.
How do we know we're gonna get it? 'Cause
I know, but I'm
Yeah, I think so, just do the appropriation transfer, taking that money that you got line item for 10 grand and transfer it into the fire service. Is that how you got to live with fire service?
This is fire, or you want in edit, or in the time, in the general fund.
So the 10 grand's in the egg, not the junior.
Correct,
Okay.
so we pay them 20,000 a year, 5-year reporters.
Right.
And then if he has an edit, there's a line item, 10 grand fire equipment, and then he just like comes to me, like gives me an invoice and everything.
Okay, what I do, I would create, not council, can create a corporation, anytime, create a corporation, come up with fire service, and transfer that in from the fire, like you got now, I would transfer that to you.
So you're saying in general fund, when you have two line items, you have this fire agreement, right, where we pay the 20, or can I just combine them all?
That's what I do.
Okay,
That's exactly
not
what I do.
savings from having to pay.
Exactly, that way it just helps you out.
So then basically, we would just say the 30 grand is for your fire
Yeah.
equipment, and you use
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that way, you don't be getting your invoices like that. He takes that invoice and transfers it, pays it on, yeah.
Okay, so you do have a contract for that as well?
I did put a contract out, and then I have the original one, whichever one we're about.
I mean, I did it for years, wanted to get a fire contract with fire department, because you always have to count that money and then spend it. If you give it to them a whole lump sum and write it, then it's up to them to spend how they want to. It takes me up a burden over here.
That's fine. Yeah, two of each. So, they depend on which one you want to vote on. These are both the same. This is the $30,000 one, this is the $20,000 one. Section 8 is the only thing that's changed by the one. Section 3. Yeah, section number on the back of the page.
And this is the one for the 30,000.
It all comes from.
That's all I have.
Do you have any other reasons to use your current tenant?
I bought a shipping container, but, it hasn't been delivered yet. I can call them. Yeah. And then I got 2 computers, as soon as I answer the phone, I was trying to get an invoice for those today.
All these items, can we go ahead and I'll scoot forward and Alright. Any problems, that way you can read the whole thing, so I think actually it's the second page, so I'll see on there. Alright, second page, I'm talking first. So, resolution number 2025-12-29-01, a resolution authorizing transfer appropriations, that has been determined that is not necessary to transfer appropriations to the same fund. Now therefore be resolved as town council of the township of West Walton County, Indiana, that for the expenses of tax and units, the following sums of money are hereby appropriated, and the following sums transferred from the fund's name, and for the purposes specified such as the laws governing the same. Transfer the following appropriations within the same fund, general fund category 1, 540437, local road and street category 3, 148, 2, general fund category 2, 540437, local road and street category 2, 148. The resolution shall be in full force and effect upon its adoption and passage of this chapter and date. So, just to update, I know you guys So inside each fund, let's say in category one, we overspent in, utilities, but we underspent something else. I can transfer those, I don't need you guys to approval. But if I'm transferring from one category to another category, I do require approval. So in general fund, category one, I'm taking some from it, putting it in category two, so category two is no longer negative, basically, same with the registration. So there was a lot of appropriations that were negative, but then there was also some that was positive, so I was able to transfer those on my own results I have to.
I make a motion to approve resolution number 2025-12-29-01. Second that. Favor?
Okay, second page, which was actually in the front page. So this is additional appropriations, so this is appropriations that we spent in, but we did not have appropriated. So for example, before I get to like, I'm looking at Park and Rec. So in Park and Rec, we got a grant, we didn't know we were gonna get the grant in the beginning of the year, so we didn't appropriate for that. We got the grant, we spent the money, now we have to appropriate. Same in town park improvement, that 43,000 was the playground we got. So again, we didn't appropriate, we didn't know if we were gonna get that yet, and we did, so. Town of Shelburn, Indiana, resolution number 2025-12-29-02, resolution allowing additional appropriation. Whereas it has been determined that it is not necessary to appropriate more money than what was appropriated in the annual budget, now therefore be it resolved by the town council of the town of Shelburne, Sullivan County, that for the expenses of the taxing unit, the following additional sums of money are hereby appropriated out of the funds named and for purposes specified subject to laws governing the same. Community building interior renovation, fund 1110, amount requested 7460. Park and Rec, fund number 2204, 6,332.8. All dining improvement fund, fund 2205, 5451.64. Town Park Improvement Fund 2207, 43,000. Community Building Fund 2501, 4,945.62. Law Enforcement Continuing Ed 2508, 2110.4. Edit Fund 4436, 44,302. Do we pass and adopt on the 29th day of December 25 by a vote of blank in favor and blank against?
I make a motion to approve resolution number 2025-12-29-02.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Okay, I'm going to pass both of those down to you for you each to sign. Alex, do you get one of these fire contracts that give me both of them?
I need them both back at fire department signing.
And then you just drop a copy off of me.
Yes. Do you want to go? You go ahead and do your.
I did not check my everybody signs. Okay, next, okay, so while we're hitting up the list, what we want. So on the October 31st meeting, you guys voted to transfer 100,000 from sewer depreciation to sewer operating. Yeah, sewer depreciation to sewer operating.
Yes.
So I have to say board of accounts and the other clerk treasurers, they said we probably need to have that on a resolution, just kind of like, yeah, just to have it, and that way also that will help hold us accountable and things like that. So I'm gonna read it really quick, and then you guys can just vote again. This is Township of Indiana Resolution number 2025-12-29-03, a resolution authorizing a loan from the sewer depreciation fund to the sewer operating fund in the amount of 100,000. Pause. It's 0% interest rate, correct? If you guys aren't turning yourself interest rate.
Yeah, because we're gonna transfer, I'm glad you brought that up, because
Okay, I'm just gonna fill out there.
we need to make it better, as soon as we're done with this, the first one, we made a loan for ourselves, so we're not gonna do that long.
Whereas the town of Shelburne, Indiana, known as the town, maintains a sewer depreciation fund for the purpose of, sorry, go ahead and stop, sorry. Okay, well, I'm gonna just.
Question?
This is the sewer, or this is the water line that the sewer operating fund requires additional funds to meet current operating expenses. And whereas the town council finds that sufficient monies are available in the sewer depreciation fund to permit a temporary transfer without jeopardizing the long-term needs of the sewer system. And whereas the town council intends that the transfer shall constitute a loan and not a permanent transfer, and that the full amount shall be repaid to the sewer depreciation fund. Now therefore be it resolved by the town council of the town of Shelburne, Indiana, that one, authorization of loan, the town council hereby authorizes the loan of $100,000 from the sewer depreciation fund to the sewer operating fund. Use of funds. The loan funds shall be used solely for lawful sewer operating expenses of the town of Shelburne. Number 2, repayment. The loan shall be repaid in full to the sewer depreciation fund on or before October 31st, 2026. Number 4, interest. The loan shall be interest-free, 0% as determined by the town council. Administration and accounting. The town clerk treasurer is hereby authorized and directed to take all actions necessary to carry out this resolution and to properly account for the loan and repayment in the town's financial records. Number 6, effective date. This resolution shall be in full force and effect from and after its adoption, adopted by the town council of the town of Shelburne, Indiana, on the 29th day of December 2025. So again, you have the one that says water in your hands, but this you're voting on the sewer, backdating it to 10/31 because that's when you guys actually had that transfer.
So you made it,
Yes.
you changed it to sewer instead of water.
Yes, I think there's sewer copy up here, but honestly, I don't know.
I make a motion to approve resolution number 2025-12-29-03. And then we don't have to, then do we have to read the second one too? Or can we just-
No, cause, who second? No, I mean, the second one is literally going to be the exact same. The only difference is instead of it being a resolution for sewer, it's water pressure. And you can change the amount. I only did 100 because that's what you guys did for the sewer. And your negative, if you look on the back, I put your numbers in there so you can see what you're negative about the same water as you were in sewer when you did 100. So I just assumed you're going to do 100. You can change that to whatever you want. I mean, that's up to you guys how you decide you want to do it. Like, you can, yeah, I mean, you can do it that way. You could literally just add on the So just keep in mind, like this is saying like nothing changes. So just remember, like, if that is the plan, we can't keep spending. But there's some expenses that I don't think you guys are aware of, like the back end of things that are like out of control. And so, like, I know what I mean. Like, if we want to have that money there, we need to make sure that we're being a little bit more frugal to make sure.
Yeah, that's what I was saying too, about having a plan with this last few months of the year, last quarter, realized that we haven't paid.
Yeah, no, and then you're like, crap, how am I gonna pay that?
Yeah,
Should take another one day.
Right.
I mean, we'll make the best thing ourselves for the rest of our lives.
Basically, this was just a catch-all against doing, okay, we're pushing like crazy, we're gonna get this rate study done, I want this thing adopted before the February, because we need to start collecting this money. And we gotta collect it, we need to collect the books, if we adopt it, we need to start getting it collected by April. I'm not saying collect their higher fees, so we can pay this back. That's what we did. If it's like that for me, my vote would be you just eat it. If it's 40%, if it's 50%, face that in, it's gonna still cut you short because you're not gonna get that full impact. We need that money to come in and see.
When you guys do it,
Next time.
when you guys do a rate study too, I think we have to advertise for so long to notify, how that works.
Oh, yeah, to do that.
Well, I meant like to, yeah, like it's kind of like a public,
What I'd like to see, what I'd like to see done is when you're completed with the rate study, is to have a working meeting, so I can be there, so I can explain some of this. And invite the public, and there's gonna be options. It's not gonna be, all right, this is what we recommend, we're gonna recommend you raise rates, say 35% across the board. There's gonna be some options in there that we can kind of look at, so, but I think, yeah, we gotta have a hearing, and just, they present it, we're not gonna make any final, probably nothing final in that meeting. Anyway, I don't know. But I'd like to get this done, wrap this up, February, because we're
nothing has changed on that other than your dates. Okay, I'm gonna pass that down. Then you guys have the water and sewer to sign, before we get too much. Alright, last item. This is the ordinance 2025, you guys have a copy, it looks like this, with a little spreadsheet thing. Ordinance 2025-12-29-01, ordinance fixing the wages of town marshal and employees of the town of Shelburne, Sullivan County, Indiana for the year 2026. Be it ordained by the town council of the town of Shelburne, Indiana, section 1, that from and after January 2nd, 2026, the following officers and employees of the town of Shelburne, Indiana shall receive. I'm not going to read the individual what they get paid per department, so if you skip ahead to the second, the very first paragraph where it has each employee position.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so nothing has been changed since you guys voted at the last meeting. You chose to give Chance a dollar raise. You'll see that upgrade on there from 17, I believe, to 1803. And then Jace's, the last time you guys made changes in, he was scribbled, like he scribbled it in, so you'll see on his, he's now at 1903 printed in. So I did not make any other changes, so if there are changes that you want to make before the year, you will need to pencil those in. If you go to the third paragraph, or sorry, the third page, you'll see in the second paragraph where it says on-call time amended on 10/31/2025. That was the changes you guys made on your October 31st meeting. You guys voted that last month, you remember, we signed, but just showing you that it's on there permanently. Good to go.
And then, to involve all of this, were we going to the 40-hour work weeks, do we have that, paperwork, be able to do that?
I mean, you can make those changes in your salary ordinance without that resolution, but if you're wanting to adopt a resolution, you may have to do that. I don't know.
Do we have that here today?
But I mean, you can make changes to your salary ordinance at any time. You are, you're due for an update on your employee handbook. So I'm pretty sure that specifies, so you'll need to call Kristen at, I think it's New Focus. New Focus, sorry, New Focus, and have her, we'll give her the information whenever you're running a change, and that way she can change that in the employee handbook, and then we can present that handbook to the employees that have them, sign that they received it, and all that jazz.
Melissa, could we have that, like in the on-call time, could that be incorporated in the employee handbook too?
I think it's in there, so that will have to be updated too.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I think this is something that, we messed up this group, I guess, but, on here it has 2 hours, for each weekday, and then it has 3 hours on the weekends and holidays for home maintenance, 2 hours, and then wastewater, 1 hour. There should also be 2 hours on it for being on call for any other calls. Is that right?
That's not how you use code. That's not how you pay them. So you're saying 5 hours per weekday or weekend?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not how you pay them. Yeah, you'll have to revert that. Cause that would be.
Because then they're not technically getting paid beyond call, they're just doing the well maintenance and their sewer, just all that, mark that.
Yeah, so the 2 hours, we're not doing anything or not.
Well, that'd be the on call for like, going,
There's 3 hours on weekends, so they get 3 hours per weekend, holidays, whether they get called or not.
well, they're getting 3 hours, but they have to go to the wells and they have to go to the waste, sewer.
So they're getting 2 hours, they're getting 2 hours an hour, and on top of 2 that we get, so that's fine.
Well, no, that's on to the weekdays.
So right now, Friday, they get, if you're on call, so let's say Joel's on call, he gets 2 hours on call whether he gets called out or not.
Right.
And then on the weekends, they get 3 hours on call whether they get called out or not.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And then if they do get called out, then they clock clock in, most of the time, sometimes not, but they clock in and clock out, and they'll get additional hours. So they'll get their 3 hours, and then let's say Joel gets called out because the salesman gets jammed, then he'll clock in and clock out, and then I'll be an additional hour.
Because basically what that 3 hours is, that's covering the 2 hour maintenance on the water, and 1 hour maintenance on the sewer, so those are 3 hours a week, on weekends and holidays. And if they get called out, then like it says in the next sentence, they're gonna get credited for, say like, they get the 3 hours on the weekend, they go out, they do the wells, they do the wastewater, and they don't do anything else. All of a sudden they get called out, okay, we go back in and call out. So now they've got 3 for that day, and then they're gonna go out, and they're gonna get more, if they work 2 or 3 more hours over. Is that right? And then they get clock in, say they work another 2 hours, and that's fine. Because I remember we were talking about,
Every day they do 2 hours on call.
Monday through Friday.
But on weekends,
it's 3.
Correct.
And this is breaking it down, and it's 2 hours. and
But it's
then-
not 3 plus 2, it's just 3, right?
Right.
Yeah. So Alex, what you're saying though is they should get their 3, but plus 2 more to make it
yeah,
count.
I think every day should be 2 hours on call. And then on the weekends,
Well,
we'll be
the
the extra 3 hours. Yeah, because I mean, no matter what, through the week, they're on call, it's gonna be 2 hours every day. And then if they, on the weekends, when they go do the checks, they'll get an additional 3.
So let me ask you this, so let's say on Monday, they have their extra 2 hours they get on call. And then let's say they go on an actual call for 2 hours. So they're getting 4 hours. Is that how it should be? Or should those 2 hours be like, oh, those filled in those 2 we had, and then anything past that?
No, I mean,
On calls for the inconvenience.
yeah, it's a courtesy there.
When we put that 3 hours in there, so they can actually get paid to go to the bells and the sewer plant, is why we put that.
Yeah,
So
that's the same as being called.
I would change, if you're wanting me to change it to what you're saying, Alex, then in that first sentence where it says, full-time employees scheduled to be on call will be credited with 2 hours each day,
Right.
not each weekday.
Yeah.
And then 3
Yeah.
hours each day on week, 3, I guess I would also word it 3 additional hours
Yeah,
on weekends, that way that would equal 5 total.
yeah.
Which is what they were doing for a while, for a few months, but that's just never what our salary ordinance said.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna adjust it to that.
Yeah.
And then, overtime, they sent that paper in, it went to the lawyer, he sent up the resolution. But I thought we had sent out like a timeline and answer that one way or another. I'd like to go to the 40-hour work week.
Yeah.
And then overtime, pay out the comp time, and just go straight overtime.
I think it would be.
And then get rid of all the comp hours completely, and then just what they work is what they get on their next check or whatever.
It's just easier 3 or 4 hours.
How was the resolution?
Naturally do that.
That was at the last one.
Aaron brought it, but I don't think he did bring it aside.
Well, my suggestion on that is get the resolution in front of the council, vote on it, and then after you vote on it, then you can amend the salary, and probably do the resolution, vote on it, approve it, and then turn around and say, you want to amend the salary ordinance and take, you're gonna have to incorporate basically that resolution in your salary ordinance and take out the comp time.
And then we have, in that resolution, it has at the very bottom, I think it said, in it, of the signing day supersedes any ordinance, anything that would involve payroll behind it. So people can't come back and let, right here it shows we get this or this.
That's what you need in the salary ordinance.
Right, and so,
It's in there.
it would fit in there
Yeah,
in the overtime category.
right, exactly.
Cover
Yeah,
all
but
of this.
you're gonna wanna put it in your salary ordinance, because otherwise, at the end of the day, your salary ordinance supersedes anything else.
Everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you need to make sure it's in your salary ordinance,
Yes.
that way, that
Yeah.
resolution, not that the resolution doesn't matter, but you know what I mean, like, in
Yeah.
10 years, nobody's gonna remember that resolution.
No, and then it's in your salary ordinance going
Right.
forward from time to time to time, until some council down the future wants to change it, and they just keep putting it in there.
Okay, so this salary ordinance that we're passing doesn't technically start until January 2nd. So can you go ahead, Alex, you can make whatever changes you wanna make on call. Go ahead and put this in, and then have that resolution hopefully by our January meeting, and that will give me time to get with get our, employee handbook updated. What was it, updated employee handbook? What's this? You're like, yeah, let's just get it over with. I'm like, oh, Christmas break, my kids are sleeping.
And then the only other thing I got is the, building authority. She did the raise this year. It's not everybody else has gotten raises, I think, except for her, I mean, that's a good, at least a dollar, I guess, everyone else has gotten manageable wages, and I don't know who would give her manageable wages. That's a minimum of a dollar anyway, and I don't know, she says she doesn't want one, but at the same time, I feel
Are we
like
talking about Lincoln or Department of Military? Okay.
Liz is fine with the building, right? I
Yeah.
don't know what everyone's thoughts are on that, that's it. At least, I mean, we've given everybody manageable wages. With the rate increase coming in February or whatever, we need to stand behind it, raise it enough to adjust all this, that comes through as well. But, I mean, does anyone have any suggestions for it? That's 16.65 per hour. That's no raise this year. I mean, we give everyone else a manageable raise. $1.45. And maybe 18. So the ordinance, anyone have anything else?
Change your call time?
Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I thought I had all that at once. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just making notes about it.
yeah, 2 hours a day, and on the weekends, weekends and holidays, we an additional 3 hours for maintenance. Alright, so make a motion to approve ordinance number 2025-12-29-1 for amendments of building clerk, from 16.65 per hour for $1.45 additional wage maker, $18 an hour, and on the on-call section, changing it from 2 hours each weekday to 2 hours each day, and then and then additional 3 hours on weekends and holidays.
Totaling 5 hours total on weekdays.
Totaling 5 hours total on weekends and holidays.
But then we still have to clock in and clock out on weekends.
You guys,
I'm gonna pass that down for you guys to sign.
in addition, is it, did you, make the corrections?
I did, so when you get it on the front page, you'll see the addition on, I'll call just initial somewhere right, so that you're saying like, yes, I approve what you wrote. And then sign, and then I'll go to the next page, you'll see where mark out the 16.65 or 18 is initial there. Alright, while you're doing that, I wanna make sure I receive everything back on here, so I can.
Is there something I need to sign?
The salary, have I received that?
Did I already get it? Did I get that?
I received back the, looks like it's ready by internet.
This is for the council.
Yeah, council, treasurer, and attorney. And I was like, I don't make copies, and I was like, well, it's hard, like, if you can't follow along, then you can do it on your phone.
raising it is, I'm wanting to get what we're actually gonna be paying.
Oh, yeah.
To the rate consultant, so that we can incorporate in the rates, and that's what I need.
So, you want like a copy of the salary ordinance that you just passed?
Yeah, that's all I need, just send an email to me.
Not trash can, we're gonna do that.
So we want to pass on both, Aaron is president, me vice president. I'll let you know.
Well, that's what I was saying last time, like, I like when we make, like, okay, so now you just pencil all those changes on there, like, my brain will forget to go in and change that, so like,
It's too much.
it's easier to remember, I know the changes are coming, so.
I basically just need a copy of what I just said. The rest of it,
Hourly rate and.
yeah, so I can give it to the rate, because that's the most up-to-date information we got.
I can probably actually scan on our phone.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Email it.
Great. I just want to get that to those two accountants.
Do they need any type of, like, monthly expenses, or do they just go off the under court license off that, or?
If you can send me, yeah. Providing would be great, especially at the end of the year.
Detail form?
Yeah, because that's going to give them up to date, what we've done. In fact, they could probably use 2025 as a test year, so, yeah, because that really is not done. I sent them, what you guys approved in December, I think it was, in the anthem, on the health insurance, I sent that to them. Then we wanted to put it on there as a chance, because they haven't been working on it, so I wanted to do it.
Yeah, so AJ called me about it today.
Okay.
He doesn't want insurance. Whenever I gave him all his paperwork, he told me no. But then AJ said to go ahead on the application, there's a spot that says like I deny health insurance. So AJ's supposed to be some tax Liz and have a chance. Like, because I mean, the conversation between me
Okay,
and
so-
so that way, like, yes.
So
Yeah.
what got adopted and the quote, and that's current.
Yes.
Okay, and
Yes.
that's all.
So unless Chance changes my mind,
Okay.
he told me he already had insurance for someone else.
Well, that makes sense, okay, good, then what they got is current, what that guy got.
Is there anything else for this meeting? Do you have anything?
I'm just covering the paper.
Oh, okay. I make a motion to close. Yes.
I thought so, I just wanted to send some. The printer's not working at her.
That's what,
So, I thought if you wanted it from Best Buy,
let me ask you this, since you brought that up. Have you ever heard of voicemail?
yes.
What do you think?
I would like to switch, so our team, key building, that's all cloud. We're not cloud, but he's still all cloud. I would love to. And they take care of your mail, they take care of.
That's what I'm, and I see, I think I was talking to Alex about that, when he asked me about the prayer, it's called voicemail.
So they do your water bill for you, like, and also everything is on the cloud, so like right now, like, let's say from home right now, like we lose everything, we don't have anything, I mean, I have a water bill, like this is. Right, so now, I'm billing the program, it's all cloud, you have to upgrade, it's all cloud, so if that were to happen, or if you even listed, if she's not home, and somebody's like, hey, what about you, you know, you should get off.
All the time.
Yeah.
So,
And the only downfall, obviously, is your internet goes out.
so you're on board.
Yeah.
I suggested that, because I haven't got to talk to you about it. I'm telling you, she's right.
It would save a lot of time.
You don't have to mess, she never had to come into court, but the other one, John, Sewell, taking the post office, they do it all. It's just magically done. It's so.
Well, and I told Liz, I'm not sure I have asked him. I told Liz too, that now, okay, back in the day when we would take things to this post office, it would go straight from this office to your house. But now it goes to Indy. So I was like, Keystone's in Indy, so mine's just throw it out. And it actually might get out faster, you know? Yeah. So I don't know the price.
If you could,
I do think you have to.
That'd be my exact
Wow.
a lot of shit.
right,
Then just, you know, like the 3/4 inch lines?
she won't like to change, but I think
And then split it.
that's the direction.
And then
we're
2
going.
3/4.
I think you're right, I think we should do that.
Yeah, make it simple.
Yeah, I can get a quote and see. I'd say it was not
Hey, we're talking about that voicemail, Alex, let's talk about.
Yeah, that's fine.
Melissa's on board with it, thinks we ought to do
I
it.
know, I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay.
I mean, I'm in for anything that, I'm ready to move forward on water lines, making our system better, making everything a little bit more modern.
All right, did you talk to him about this then, what was your plan? I mean, I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, I don't even know if we're going to do this or not, or not. It's actually personally we're going to do it. But we're not. But he said that he was all for it. So no, it's something about staying with that grant, do that grant.
We'd like to, right now, if we cross on one, so we can just take one.
Right. Well, that's the thing with Mill Street, I'm ready to contract out. If you don't, then you're, if you put them on that,